So good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's class. The focus of today's class will be backbends. So if you'd like to take a seat in the opening Shavasana, just lying back onto your mat, allow your feet to draw out to the edge of your mat and gently lie back, allowing your arms to come away from your body. Your palms are facing upwards. You can gently just bring your eyes to close. As you arrive on your mat for your practice this morning, just allow the body to settle, allowing the mind to settle. Take a deep inhale, exhaling through your mouth with a sigh, completely letting go. Taking another deep inhale through your nose, exhaling with a sigh out through your mouth. We'll add an element of length and control to the breath, taking a deep inhale through the nose, filling your belly, allowing the breath to rise up into your chest. Exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly, completely emptying your lungs. Inhaling, filling your belly, filling your chest. Exhaling, relaxing your chest, relaxing your belly, completely emptying your lungs. Continue to add length and control to your breath this morning. A good way to focus the mind is counting your breath. So try and take 10 deep breaths, with each breath adding a little more length, a little more control as we move into silence. Gently bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet, and moving your neck from side to side, just releasing any tension in the neck, resting your head back at center, keeping your legs extended. Join your feet together on your mat, inhaling to reach your arms up over your head, pointing your toes, lengthening from the side body, and exhale, release. Gently bending both your knees and rolling over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Taking a deep breath here, and gently make your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for arriving here on your mat this morning. You might want to set an intention for your practice, remembering to be gentle and courageous in equal measures. Bowing your head towards your hands, open your eyes. Namaste. To begin today's class, we'll warm up the shoulders. So place the palms of your hands on the tops of your shoulders and make forward circular motions with your elbows, gradually making the circles wider, taking deep breaths, and the other direction. Deeply breathing, and exhale, release. You can drop your hands back down. We'll now move into a side bend. So placing your right hand beside your right hip. Inhale, raise your left arm over your head. Exhale to fold out to the right. Keep your left sitting bone rooted on your mat as you reach out through your fingertips. Deep breaths into your side body. And exhale, release. You can drop your hand back down. Inhale to raise your right arm. Exhale, fold out to the left. Keeping both your sitting bones rooted on your mat as you reach out through your fingertips. Deep breaths into your side body. And exhale, release, dropping your hand back down. We'll now move into a spinal twist. So placing your right hand behind your back. Place your left arm across your right knee. Inhale, extend your spine by lifting your chest. Exhaling to twist out to the right. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist a little bit further. You can gently look over your right shoulder. Exhale, release gently back to center. Left hand behind your back. Right arm across your left knee. Inhaling to extend your spine. Exhaling to twist out to the left. On your inhales, extend. On your exhales, twist. Gently, you can look over your left shoulder. One more deep breath. Gently come back to center. Take a deep breath. Interlocking your fingers. Press the heels of the hands towards me with a deep inhale. Taking an exhale. Inhaling to raise your arms. Pushing the heels of the hands towards the sky. Bending into the elbows, opening the heart center by drawing the shoulder blades together. Deep breath, interlocking the fingers, heels of the hands to me. Inhaling to raise your arms, lengthening from your side body. Bending into the elbows, drawing the shoulder blades together, opening the heart center. One more deep breath, and exhale, release. Okay, you can make your way to kneeling on your mat. We'll move into gate pose. So shifting your left leg straight out to the side, toes are facing forward. Dropping your right hand to your mat and raising your left arm over your head. Try and open your chest towards the sky. Keeping your left foot engaged on your mat. Inhaling, gently coming up, placing your left hand on your left knee and raising your right arm. Taking deep breaths and exhaling, release, dropping your right hand and raising your left arm. One more deep breath. And inhale, gently come up, join your knees together. Shifting your right leg out to the side, toes are facing forward. Dropping your left hand to your mat and raising your right arm. Deep breaths into your side body. Inhaling to come up, placing the right hand on your right knee and raise your left arm. Deep breaths. Exhaling to release, dropping your left arm and raising your right arm. Keeping your right foot engaged on your mat. One more deep breath. Inhale, come up and join your knees together. And you can sweep your legs behind you. We'll come into tabletop position. Palms of the hands at the front of your mat. Knees are under your hips. Moving into a cat-cow to warm up the spine. So on an inhale, lifting the spine towards the ceiling. Dropping your tailbone, drawing your chin to your chest. Pushing the floor away from you to round your upper back. Exhaling, dropping your belly button, lifting your tailbone, opening your chest. Inhale, spine up, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, dropping your tailbone, chin to chest. Pushing the floor away from you to round your upper back. Exhale, dropping your belly button, lifting your tailbone, opening your chest. Exhale, release, neutral spine. Superhero pose. So extend your left leg straight out behind you. Extend your right arm out in front of you. And gently lift your left foot off the floor, pointing your left toes. Deep breath here. On an inhale, draw the right elbow to the left knee. And inhale, extend them back out. Keeping your balance, drawing the right elbow to the left knee. Extend them back out. And exhale, release, dropping your knee and hand back to your mat. Okay, we'll repeat that on the other side. So extend your right leg out behind you, your left arm out in front of you, lift your right foot off the floor and point your right toes. Deep breaths here, remaining strong in the right shoulder and keeping your left knee engaged on your mat. Inhaling, drawing the right knee to the left elbow and extend them back out. Inhaling, left knee, right elbow and extend them back out. And exhale, release, dropping the knee and hand to your mat. And we'll move into extended child's pose. So join your big toes together, shifting your knees apart and sitting your bum to your heels, extending your arms straight out ahead, and just allow your chest and forehead to melt towards your mat. Take 5 deep breaths here. Feeling the breath move up and down your spine. On your inhales, feel the breath move from the base of your spine towards your neck. And on your exhales, feeling the breath travel from your neck down towards the base of your spine, lengthening with each inhale. Gently making your way back to tabletop. From tabletop, tucking your toes, pressing into your hands, and sending your hips to the sky, coming into a nice, gentle, downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet here to stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Being gentle, just releasing any tension. On an inhale, gently walking your feet towards your hands at the front of your mat and keeping a bend into the knees. Fold your upper body over your knees, allowing your belly to draw towards your thighs. You can grab opposite elbows with your hands and just allow the elbows to become heavy. Nodding your head yes, shaking your head no. Inhaling, pressing into the feet. Make your way to standing at the front of your mat. Standing tall at the front of your mat in mountain pose as we prepare for the sun salutations. Starting with sun salutation A. Inhaling, raising your arms. Exhaling, fold over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, palms on your shins, sending your chest forward. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back. Lowering your knees to your mat, keeping your hips in the air. Bend your elbows to lower your chest and chin. Inhale, slide your chest forward and lift your chest off your mat, low cobra. Exhale, move through tabletop, tucking your toes, lifting your hips to come into downward facing dog. Distributing the weight evenly between your arms and your legs. Deep breaths. Keeping your fingers spread on your mat. Looking between your palms. Inhale, stepping both your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, palms on your shins, sending your chest forward. Exhaling, fold over your knees. Inhaling, raising your arms. Exhale, release. Take a deep breath. The second, more advanced version of sun salutation A. Inhale, raising your arms, joining your palms, looking towards your thumbs. Exhaling, fold over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, sending your chest forward, lengthening your spine. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back, bending your elbows to lower your body. Inhale, opening your chest, upward facing. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Breathing deeply, lifting your sit bones towards the ceiling. Taking a couple more deep breaths, remaining strong in the shoulders. Looking between your palms, inhale, stepping both your feet forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, palms on your shins, sending your chest forward. Exhaling to fold over your knees. Inhale, raising your arms, joining your palms, looking towards your thumbs. Exhale, release. Take a deep breath. Preparing for sun salutation B. Inhale, bending your knees, raising your arms. Exhaling to fold over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, sending your chest forward, lengthening your spine. Exhale, palms down, stepping or jumping your feet back into plank. Bending your elbows, lowering your body. Inhale, opening your chest, lengthening your arms, upward facing. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward between your palms. Your right ankle and knee is in line. Your left leg is engaged. Raising your arms, coming into warrior one. Imagining your inner thighs are hugging together. Exhaling to release, framing your right foot with your hands and stepping your right foot back. Bending your elbows to lower your body. Inhale, opening your chest, upward facing. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward between your palms. Your left ankle and knee is in line. Your right leg is engaged. Raising your arms, warrior one. Deep breaths as you reach out through your fingertips. Exhale, release, framing your left foot with your hands, stepping your left foot back, bending your elbows, lowering your body. Inhale, opening your chest, straightening your arms, upward facing. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Keeping the weight even between your arms and your legs. Looking between your palms, inhale, stepping both your feet forward. Halfway lift, sending your chest forward, lengthening your spine. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, bend your knees, raising your arms. Exhale, release, coming to standing. Take a deep breath. As we move into our standing asanas, you can step your feet wide apart. Both your feet are facing forward. standing nice and tall on your mat, feeling the grounding of both your feet on your mat. As we move into triangle pose, so turning your right foot out 90 degrees. You can keep your right leg straight or have a slight bend into the knee as you raise your arms to shoulder level. Inhale, leaning out to your right hand side, and exhale, folding over your right knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin or ankle as you raise your left arm towards the sky. You can look towards your left thumb. Taking deep breaths, feeling the grounding of both your feet beneath you. Reaching out through your left fingertips. One more deep breath. Inhale, gently come up, turning your right foot in. Other side, so turning your left foot out. You can keep the left leg straight or have a slight bend into the knee as you raise your arms to shoulder level. Inhale, leading out to the left hand side, and exhale, folding over your left knee, placing your hand on your knee, shin or ankle as you raise your right arm towards the sky. You can look towards your right thumb and take deep breaths, feeling the grounding of both your feet beneath you, keeping length in the spine with energy through the crown of your head. One more deep breath. Inhale, gently come up, turning your left foot in. Moving into side angle pose, so turning your right foot out, 90 degrees. Bending into your right knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. Placing your right forearm on top of your right knee and raising your left arm over your head, keeping your chest open towards the sky. Deep breaths here. Keeping that left foot engaged on your mat. And inhale, gently come up, turning your right foot in. Repeating on the other side, so turning your left foot out. Bending into your left knee, so your ankle and knee is in line. Placing your left forearm on top of your left knee and raising your right arm. Keeping the chest open towards the sky. Keeping your right foot engaged on your mat as you reach out through your right fingertips. Deep breaths. Inhale, gently come up and turn your left foot in. Warrior two pose, turning the right foot out. Bending into your right knee. Raising your arms to shoulder level. And turning your head to focus your gaze over your right middle finger. Feeling the grounding of both your feet and reaching out through both sets of fingertips. Keeping your gaze focused. We're now going to transition into peaceful warrior. So placing your left hand on your back leg, keep your bend into that right knee, flip the palm and raise your right arm. Taking deep breaths here. And exhale, release, turning your right foot in. We'll repeat those postures on the other side. So turning your left foot out. Bending into your left knee and raising your arms to shoulder level. Turning your head to focus your gaze over your left middle finger. Feeling strong in your warrior, strong in the legs, lengthen the arms. Taking deep breaths. Transitioning into peaceful warrior, right hand on the back leg, keeping a really nice bend into that front knee and raising your left arm. Deep breaths here. And exhale, release, gently turning your left foot in. And you can join your feet together on your mat, so they're hip distance apart. We'll move into squat pose. So feel the grounding of both your feet. Try and remain both nice and even in both the feet before we transition into the posture. Drawing your hands together at heart center. Bending the knees and drawing your heels towards your your bum towards your heels. Try and keep your feet flat on the floor. From here, you can use your elbows to push your knees apart, pushing the knees back into the elbows, being nice and gentle with your body. This is a really nourishing posture for the hips, the spine, particularly if we're sitting down all day. Take deep breaths, relaxing your jaw, softening your forehead. Inhale, gently, mindfully pushing up to standing. And now you can join your feet close together as we move into tree pose. So taking your time, transitioning into the posture, grounding down into the right leg, feeling that right foot engaged on your mat as you turn your left foot out, lifting your left foot off the floor and placing it as high up your right leg as possible, allowing the left hip to open out. You can have your hands at heart center or raise your arms up over your head. Taking deep breaths. Feeling a nice sense of balance in the body. One more deep breath. And exhale, release, dropping the hands, closing the left hip, extending the left leg. We'll repeat on the other side. One side might feel completely different to the other. Turn your right foot out and lift your right foot off the floor, placing it as high up your left leg as possible, pressing the foot against the inner side of your left thigh. Allow the right hip to open out, hands at heart center, or raise your arms up over your head. Taking 3 deep breaths. And exhale, release, dropping your hands, closing your right hip, extending your right leg. Preparing for chair pose, Utkatasana. So make your way to the front of your mat, standing up nice and tall. Inhale, bend your knees, raising your arms above your head, pressing your knees together as you reach out through your fingertips, shifting the weight into your heels by leaning back slightly. Taking deep breaths and exhaling to fold over your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, sending your chest forward. Exhale, palms down, stepping your feet back and lifting your hips, coming into downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. You might want to pedal your feet. Just recognize how different this downward dog feels to the one at the start of class. On an inhale, lift your right leg straight out behind you, coming into three-legged dog. Bend in to your right knee and shift your weight forward, drawing the right knee to the right nose. And gently step your right foot between your palms at the front of your mat. Transitioning into warrior, keeping that left leg straight and engaged and raising your arms. You can stay here in warrior, or you can move into a twist by joining your hands together at heart center and twisting out to the right by hooking your left elbow across your right knee. This is a really challenging posture. The key is to keep that left leg engaged. One more deep breath. Exhale, release, framing your right foot with your hands, stepping your right foot to meet your left foot, lifting your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left foot straight out behind you, coming into three-legged dog, bending into the left knee, shifting the weight forward and drawing your left knee towards your left nose. Gently as possible, stepping the left foot between your palms, keeping that right leg engaged behind you, raising your arms, coming into a warrior. You can stay here in warrior or move into a twist by joining your hands together at heart center and twisting out to the left. Hooking the right elbow across your left knee, keeping the right leg straight and engaged. One more deep breath. And exhale, release, framing your left foot and making your way to extended child's pose. Shifting your knees wide apart, sitting your bum to your heels, reaching your arms out ahead, allowing your chest and forehead to melt towards your mat. Again, taking a moment to recognize how different this child's pose feels to the one at the start of class. Now that we've loosened up the hips and the spine, and just take deep breaths, regaining control and length to the breath. And inhale, you can gently come up and make your way to lying down position on your mat with your belly resting on the floor. As we move into our back bends. So starting with baby cobra, we're going to drop the forearms to the mat. Your elbows are under your shoulders. On an inhale, we're going to press into the elbows and lift our chest off our mat, opening our heart center towards the front of the room. Take deep breaths here. One more deep breath. And exhale, release, lowering your chest and forehead to your mat. And take a couple of deep breaths. Inhaling as we move into low cobra pose. So placing the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your chest, Keeping a bend into the elbows and keeping the elbows tight to your body. On an inhale, we're going to press into the hands and lift our chest off the floor. Again, keeping the center of the chest open towards the front of the room. Rolling our shoulders back and down our spine, away from our ears. Deep breaths. One more deep breath. And exhale, release. Lowering your chest to your mat, allowing your right cheek to draw towards your mat. Taking a couple of deep breaths. We'll now move into locust pose. So remaining lying down flat on your mat. Place both of your hands flat on your mat. This time, place them beside your hips. Roll your inner thighs together and engage your quadriceps, joining your big toes together. On an inhale, lifting your feet off the floor behind you and lifting your chest off your mat. Keeping a nice opening into the chest, lengthening through the legs. Taking deep breaths. And exhale, release, lowering your feet and chest to your mat. Taking a couple of deep breaths. You can now lie back onto your backs as we move into bridge pose. So lying onto your backs, drawing your heels towards your sit bones, having a nice bend into the knees. Your feet are hip distance apart. Place the palms of your hands flat on your mat beside your hips. On an inhale, we're going to press into our feet and lift our hips towards the ceiling. From here, keeping the hips lifted, try and lift your chest, rolling each vertebrae off your mat. You can tuck your shoulder blades under your body, interlock your fingers, and press your hands towards your heels. Keep your hips lifted, keeping a nice opening into the chest, and take deep breaths. One more deep breath. Exhale, release, dropping your hips back down. Take a deep breath. As we move into the peak posture of today's class, which is camel pose. So you can make your way to kneeling on your mat. We'll do a slightly easier version just to ease into the posture. So place the palms of your hands on your lower back, engaging both your knees on your mat. We're going to send our hips forward to the front of the room. From here, lifting the rib cage and lowering back, leaning back, allowing the spine to release. And take 5 deep breaths, keeping the hips pressed forward. One more deep breath. And exhale, release, sitting your bum to your heels and making your way to child's pose. Taking a couple of deep breaths. and make your way to kneeling. So in camel pose, there's the option to keep the palms of your hands on your lower back again for support, or you can allow the hands to fall back and press your hips forward to the front of the room. Keeping the hips pressed forward, lift your rib cage and allow your back to release. Allow your spine to release. You can drop one hand to one heel and one hand to the other heel. Keeping the hips pressed forward, allowing the back to release, and take 5 deep breaths. After 5 breaths, gently come up and sit your bum to your heels, gently releasing into a nice child's pose. Taking 5 deep breaths. Allowing the spine to lengthen, relaxing your neck, your jaw, and your forehead. To finish today's class, we'll move into a gentle spinal twist. So you can roll back onto your backs, keeping a bend into the knees. Allow your arms to come wide apart so your body is in a T shape. Lift both your feet off your mat, keeping your knees at a 90-degree angle. Keeping your left shoulder rooted on your mat, drop both your knees out to the right-hand side. You can turn your head to look towards your left thumb. Taking deep breaths. Gently bring your knees back to center. Dropping both the knees out to the left, keeping your right shoulder rooted on your mat. Take deep breaths. Inhale, bring the knees back to center, and you can extend the legs as we move into the closing Shavasana. Allow your feet to draw out to the edge of your mat and gently lie back. If you have a tight lower back, you can place a pillow or a cushion under your knees just to release any tension. You can also grab a blanket, just whatever makes you comfortable as you switch off for the next few minutes, preparing for the most important posture of today's class. It allows you to absorb all the benefits of your practice this morning. So remaining lying down, just gently, you can bring the eyes to close. Allow the back of the head to become heavy, resting on your mat. And begin to draw inwards. Relax your toes. Relax the soles of your feet. Relax your heels. Relax your calves, the backs of your knees. Relax your hamstrings. Relax your hips, feeling them open out like a book. Relax each of your fingers. Relax your thumbs. Relax the palms of your hands, softening your wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, relax your shoulders. Relax the base of your spine. Individually, relax each vertebrae, working your way up through your spine, relaxing your shoulder blades, relaxing your neck, relaxing the back of your head. Relax your jaw, releasing any tension. Relax your tongue, feeling your tongue draw away from the roof of your mouth. Soften your lips, feeling them slightly part. Relaxing your eyes, feeling your eyes draw towards the back of your head, feeling them sink a little bit deeper. Relax your eyebrows, soften the space between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead, the seat of your mind. Relax every single hair on the top of your head. Relax your entire body, feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Relax, relax, relax. We will now move into silence for the next few minutes. Recognize there is great power in the ability to be completely still, silent, and at peace, just lying there on your mat, switched off from the busy nature of life. Just allowing yourself this 5 minutes to create space in your body and mind. Keeping your awareness focused on your breath as we move into silence. Bring your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, moving your hands and feet, gently rocking your head from side to side, resting your head back at center, keeping your legs extended. Join your feet together on your mat. Inhaling to reach your arms up over your head, getting a full body stretch. And exhale, release. Gently bending both your knees and rolling over to your right hand side, making a cushion with your hand. Taking a deep breath and gently making your way to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping your eyes closed and drawing your hands together at heart center. Thank you all for joining me this morning and sharing your energy. Take a moment of gratitude for your classmates for sharing their energy with you this morning. Rubbing your hands together, creating heat, creating energy. Placing the palms of your hands over your eyes. Blinking your eyes open to the darkness of your palms. Drawing your hands away from your eyes. Namaste. Thanks very much, everyone. Thank you.